Hey you and welcome. I'm Mr. Barry. In this whole video I want to show you how AI or artificial intelligence is actually influencing you, and not in a good way either. Hey, as we get started here, if you're a real person, please click on that thumbs up, share, comment down below, and if you haven't done so, please subscribe to my channel. I'm suffering from a little bit of a cold today, actually most of this week. So we'll just have to bear through it as best we can. Alright, so artificial intelligence. We've been talking about that in this channel quite a bit here lately. We've gone in and showed you how artificial intelligence can create beautiful artwork. That's the work that you see behind me now, with just a few words. I just made a video about how AI can create script or words on a particular topic, and then those words can be used to create an artwork like you see here again behind me, and it was pretty amazing. So the way it works is AI usually would do nothing there unless it has a motive to do something, right? So you have to give it a motive, you have to give it a task. In this case, choose a topic. So I said space, and then it would come back and say, ooh, bright supernova in the night sky, right? Boom. Suddenly you see a bright supernova in the night sky, as you see behind me here. That was all AI generated. I mean, the text was AI generated and the image was AI generated. So AI is pretty amazing. It can also fix problems like health. AI can actually is working on solutions to fight cancer and hopefully the common cold one of these days too. So AI has its benefits, and I hear a lot of people say, "Oh, AI! If I see an AI walking down the street, I'm going to do something to it." Well, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about AI as far as being on the internet. It's programs, but the programs may act very much like a human. For example, in social media, an AI may act like a typical user, right? Go through and watch the ads, do other things on social media, and other users may think it's a real person. Now, you may say, well, that's probably fairly rare. Actually, it's not as rare as you think. I was doing some research, and yeah, it's out there, it exists, and it's not rare. Why would a social media company have a AI or artificial intelligence go out and act like a user, or in this case, millions of users, right? Well, it's all because of ad revenue. Facebook, for example, makes over $80 billion a year in ad revenue. Wow! All right, that's a lot of money. And they don't want to lose that. Now, the reality is most users, or the ones I know, my students and myself and my family here, we don't just watch ads all day long. We skip through them, right? There's a little button that says skip. We skip it. After a few moments, it shows skip, and we skip it. And we continue with our other content that we want to see. Well, AI does the opposite. It'll, like in a YouTube video, it'll start the first 10 to 20 seconds of the video, and then it'll watch the ad all the way through. And watch the next ad all the way through. As far as the actual content of the video, though, it may only watch 10 to 20 seconds of like a video like mine, and yet it watches 100% of the ads. And that's because the corporations that created it, they want more ad revenue, and that is dishonest. That's a bad thing. So what is the percentage of actual AI users versus real flesh and blood users like you and I? Well, guess what? This whole video is an experiment, and we're going to see how many of you, the viewers, are real viewers, or are you AI viewers, right? Okay, this is how it's going to work. If you're a real person, click on thumbs up. Easy. AI is not going to do that. Next, leave a comment down below. It says like hi. AI doesn't do that. If AI ever leaves a comment, it will be something that promotes someone or company or organization. I've seen that, where AI will come up and says, hey, I love this product. Buy it here. Here's the link to it. And that's actually a comment. And I'm going, I don't think that's a real person. I think that is AI that's actually doing, putting in that comment there. So, no. It's pretty easy to see when you have a comment that is AI generated, and then it's promoting something or someone, and then another comment there that is genuine. For example, a comment that says, hey, thank you, or hi, or thanks for the video, or good information, something like that. That's a real person. I get a lot of those. Now I have a number of different videos on my channel. The videos like this, or the majority of my videos, don't get, they're not like hyper viewed, like millions of views. We might get, 10, 20, a couple hundred views. And how many of those is AI? Well, I'm hoping 0. I'm hoping that every single view, I should say, is a real person. So how am I going to know whether it's a real person watching or AI? Well, in this experiment, a real person is going to click on watch the video. So the view counter will be 1 view for that 1 person watching. The thumbs up will go along with that. Okay, 1 thumbs up, 1 view, that's a real person. AI doesn't click on thumbs up. And according to the research I was reading, it watches 10 to 20 seconds. So then, in a month, I'm going to go back to this video and look and analyze it. And it'll actually show a chart just like this. Notice how at the beginning, it's a lot of people watching, and then it goes down after a few seconds to nothing. That's all AI then on that particular video. Very, very sad, right? Very, very sad. So how do people, real flesh and blood people, how do they or we watch videos? Well, we watch all the way through, right? We might skip through parts of it that are boring or whatever, but for the most part, we watch it all. For an ad, however, that comes up, we skip it. We say, I don't want to see an ad again. Boom, we hit skip. And so it's when we're looking at and analyzing the video, that's going to show and actually bear forth, what's going on here. Is it AI or is it real people? Now, in the title of this video, I have, how does AI influence you? So here's the answer. Getting right to it, right? AI influences everyone, and it can do it through a number of ways. I'm going to be looking at one way here through social media. Now, a lot of people out there, a lot of my students, they're older adults, and they do not use social media. I mean, it's like a bad word. Like if I say TikTok, they go, da, 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 they don't want to hear it. And that's good. That's okay. It's your prerogative. You can do what you want. But there's a lot of people out there who actually use social media like TikTok or, God forbid, Facebook and others. And so what happens is a user will go in and start using Facebook. Now, Facebook analyzes what the person views. Okay? As you're scrolling through their stream of content that they're just feeding you, the person will stop at certain points and click. They might click on thumbs up, they may click on thumbs down, or an unhappy face, like a mean, like this upsets me. And research has discovered that a person who stops at content and who engages in that is more likely to stay on that platform. So what Facebook does is it keeps on bringing more and feeding more and more of that content that causes the person to stay there. And so basically what happens is I say, well, they might ask, well, how is that bad? It's just bringing content that the person wants. Well, it's one-sided. Let me show you. Before you click away, let me show you. So let's say that we have a person, they start with Facebook, and they have a leaning on a topic. So here's topic A, and they're against it, slightly against it. Maybe they can go either way, but they're slightly against it, whatever it is. Well, after going through Facebook and the social media, the social media will actually detect that the person is leaning slightly against that topic and will feed them more and more content that makes them sway more and more that way. So pretty soon, maybe they were right on the fence. Maybe a little bit against it, but right on the fence. Well, after a few, tens of hours of bathing inside of the content of the social media, they're no longer here. They're over here. They're so dead set against topic A, whatever it is. They're so dead set against it that when you mention that topic in real life, their blood pressure goes up 20 points. And they get angry and they're like, "Arr, I don't want that, that's for sure." I'm sure you've heard of that before. So that's what social media does. It feeds. Well, first of all, it understands what a person is either for or against something, and it feeds them more and more information to sway them more and more and more in that direction. In a way, it brings that person to that social media, and they keep eating more or consuming more and more of that media content. That's not a good way to do research. If everyone did that, the whole world would be, there'd be either black or white. There'd be a high plurality in a society where there's many people for it, and then there's a lot of people who are dead set against it. Hey, guess what? The world is that way right now. In almost any topic you can mention, I can go to the cafe shop and order up some coffee there and sit and talk to my friends. I can mention any topic: artificial intelligence, electric cars, the president, any topic. And guess what? People are going to be either against something dramatically, or they'll be for something dramatically. There's no one who's like right on the fences. I don't know. No, they're either for or against it, and it's really, really strong. And this is all to blame with social media and the content that the internet brings to its users. It's bad. That's really, really bad. Welcome back. Topics: social media, artificial intelligence. All those things out there are there and they sway people one way or the other. Artificial intelligence has a job to do. People create it to do something. And that one thing to do is money, to make money for them. Social media, like Facebook, as I said earlier, it makes $80 billion a year in ad revenue. And the AI bots, the artificial intelligence programs, go in, they act like a real user, going down, they stream through, and then they will click on the ads and watch every ad. And so at the end of the day, how much of the advertisements that are seen, how much of that is actually going to real people versus AI? According to some of my research, more than half is artificial intelligence. On others, they have a lower number, and still others, they have a very high number. Up to 90% is not real. That's crazy, right? Now, for this video, I already had a real person, if you're a real person, you clicked on that thumbs up and you put a comment down there, say hi or whatever, right? What I'm going to do is on part 2, I'm going to bring up this video and I'm going to analyze it and show you actually analyze it like I've done on this video. And we'll see, I'll explain it here as we see on this one. If we look up at the very beginning, on the first 10 seconds, it's 100% viewership. But then it drops down to a fraction of that as the seconds go by on that video. And that's the artificial intelligence is at the beginning, watching the first 10 seconds or so, 20 seconds, and then it drops out. Interesting. All right. Hey, if you like these types of videos, please click on that thumbs up, comment down below because I do read your comments, share the video. And I have to say thank you to all those real people out there who actually do care and share my videos around the world to their friends and loved ones out there. Thank you again, and bye-bye.